approximately the bottom third of page Ayin Daled, Nun Daled, the line begins with davar adayin. Yeah, davar adayin. It's not a mitzias davar because it has no tzura.
Okay.
So we tried to explain to the extent possible in words the principle of being nothing, but being nothing. It's a real being of nothing, which means it's a being without any parameters, any limits, without a tzura, without any identifiable features. Yes, sir.
Yeah. We were reviewing yesterday. I think I'm having trouble relating to the mashal of machshava, that there's no oisei, so the oisei are very dakim. And it seems like we must be talking about a kind of machshava that's a very deep machshava. It's not, I'm just trying to relate to. In other words, a regular machshava and thinking about how to structure a, like if you're writing a paper or something like that, and you're thinking about how to.
Very good. So here's the explanation. In everything, there is three madrigas: machshava, dibur, and ma'isa. Bri, yitzira, asiya. Everything that has a truth base has these three madrigas. This is exactly what I was trying to explain, the instinct versus intellect. Instinct also has machshava, but it's not machshava based on the truth principles. It's based on experience. It doesn't have the machshava element of the machshava. To start with, it's already a metzias. Okay, I'm just giving you the background. In everything there's machshava. In truth there's machshava dibur ma'isa. What is it? Machshava means, machshava is, we have, as he says over here, the oir ha-nefesh b'seichel. Oir ha-nefesh b'seichel means that this seichel has not yet experimented anything, has not yet tested anything, has not proven anything. But it has oir ha-nefesh, it has a nefesh message. That's oir ha-nefesh b'seichel. Did you ever see that expression? It's not it's not a common expression. Oir ha-nefesh, normally it says oir ha-seichel. Here we're talking about oir ha-nefesh b'seichel. So, because why does he use the word oir ha-nefesh? To denote the principle that this is like oir ha-nefesh. It has no definitive presence. Seichel already has a definitive, it's a koyach. Oir ha-nefesh is not a koyach. Ultimately, you have to understand that the seichel, the machshava element of the seichel, the life element of the seichel is oir ha-nefesh, not oir ha-seichel. I'll try to put it in more tangible words. Just as we say, we have now a national of Mishnah. Just as we say that when you walk on the street, you're not walking on the street. You're walking on the street from the entire globe. You walk on the entire globe. This is the pshat that whatever you understand in seichel, you understand it in seichel, and like in the seichel. But the reason you understand it is because you're also sensing that there's a broader truth to it. That's your ha-nefesh. And from that you draw the sichli element.
And that's always operating in the background?
What?
That's always operating in the background?
Always in truth, yes. This is a living machshov. This is machshov sheba machshov. You say then machshov, machshov sheba machshov, machshov, dibur sheba machshov, machshov, ma'aser sheba machshov. This is machshov sheba machshov. Now, but this is the really initiator of machshov that comes prior to the question of what's going on. Just machshov means that the awareness of reality. How do you become aware to it? By encountering it? No. It presents itself to you. Reality does not. You don't encounter reality. It presents itself to you because you have a neshama. You're a living thing. You're a living human being. It's your neshama speaking to you. That's machshava shemachshava. In order to be sensitive to that kind of a thing, the neshama is without parameters, and you should be sensitive. That you need oisiyos. Machshava has to have oisiyos, but it's very fine oisiyos. The oisiyos do not insist. This is the big thing that we always talk about. In that level, you don't insist. Let me grab it. What is this about? You allow the Inyan itself to settle. You, like I said, this is, you understand it because you want to understand. Not because it hits you. It's proven to you. The reason you want to understand it is because you are connected to that truth. And you want to understand it at that level. Then you bring it down into your dibur ha'maisa. But first I have to know that it's true.
And if someone is not sensitive to that level, that means he's just too much involved, or he's just preoccupied with the lower levels of machshava.
Yeah. And this is what we are constantly banging away. This is the training that we have been getting from the secular approach that is metamayis hameach, because it takes away the life element. This is what we were saying. It's okay. Yes, there are things, there are natural things. This is holding this. The ultimate thing is, this is the way it's supposed to be. Why is it supposed to be? Because this is the way God wants it. And being primarily relate to it from that perspective. And then, in order to make it happen, we have to bring it down into the world, to work. Why do things stick to the ground? Because everything is going downwards. Not because the ground is holding it with its gravity. Everything is coming down. This is our first understanding. This is the way we understand it through the process of machshava dibur ha'maisa. On the Maisa level, yes, there is all kinds of different things. But that is not the truth, the way we relate to it. There's a godly element in everything. The godly element is, like we said before, many times. This is where God wants it. This is because this is the creation. This is the initial creation.
So the world has gotten stuck on the Meisish level of Machshava, basically.
Even in Limud HaTorah, there's Taitas Svaras.
I'm sorry?
Even in Limud HaTorah is Taitas Svaras. Even Limud HaTorah is Taitas Svaras.
It also got it, sure. And it's considered, oh, I really understand it. You missed the whole point. Like the Rebbe, I told you, the Rebbe writes, Toita Svaras. Can you imagine that? Friedrich Rebbe writes Toita Svaras about Lomdi. He loved Lomdi. So this is the big Indian for us to relate to, the principle. Ayin efes muchlat. That's the real thing. And when that Ayin efes muchlat comes into creation, it becomes a chomer rishon. Chomer rishon is reflective of Ayin efes muchlat in Mitzias Olam. And this is what gives the world a primary presence. It gives the world a primary presence to the extent that the way we perceive the world, the way the world presents itself, everything in the world subsequent to that can be one way or another. But this chomer rishon, it cannot not be. Because this represents Ayin efes muchlat. The Ayin efes muchlat cannot not be, but in chomer rishon it's a creation. But the chomer rishon is reflective of that Ayin efes muchlat.
Something difficult. It cannot not be, but it was created. It was, meaning, before it came into being. It was conceived. It was not exposed. It was not presented. So what does it mean? It cannot not be.
The way it's presented. What is presented?
It presents that what cannot not be.
Ayin efes muchlat. I may have a few minutes. I said we're starting from the line. This is below the middle of the page. The line begins with davar adayin. May kein yuven ben yivroim. That's a good. Just to be Yosef, we have to look it up. May kein yuven ben yivroim. The same inyan could be understood ben yivroim. This we're talking about machshava. And we're talking about oilam habriya. And the similar identification can be understood by nivroim. That there are nivroim that are also above mitzius. She'eina bebechinas mitzius adayin. Nivroim that are not in bechinas mitzius. Ve'al kein nikroyim amodis kasio. And this is why they're called amodis kasio, the concealed world, she'ein b'mtzias murgosh. It is amodis kasio, concealed world. Why is it concealed? Because it cannot be revealed. It cannot be felt externally. Because it's not a mitzvah. Yeah.
The chomer rishon, we don't say that that's a nivra.
Right. Chomer rishon, yes. Chomer rishon is, it says mitzvah, that which permits for nivra to come. Why you have to have chomer? But even nivraim also, things that we're saying there is oisis and machshava. The oisis are nivraim, but these are so refined in oisis that their mitzvah is not felt. All right, so let us prepare for davening. Have a great day. Sorry for yesterday. Hopefully we'll make it up. Sehr gesund.
If anyone wants, I have the Paltiel Shalom Bayis Shiurim over 10 hours. They're $10 each, and I have the MP3s.